Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary, and I'm here to put a little makeup on. Don't worry, this horrifying look is not going to stay. And I know my under eyes are like freaking horrible, but I did want to let you know that my skin set did arrive. I did start using the Mario Badescu, and this face wash just smells like soap, but it didn't feel like soap. It's hard to describe. And the lotion, which is the toner, didn't dry me out at all. So that's as far as I've gotten, just those two products. I think I had mentioned to you guys I was getting this set. Now I can't start using it until I'm fully entrenched in the Mario Badescu and all of the products have been like working for me and not causing any problems, and then I would add, instead of using my standard serums, which I have today, I used the Murad one that I talked about in my last video, then I would put that in as the serum, this stuff. Anyway, that's how they recommend that you use it. I watched a video about it, and I also read about it, and basically you're supposed to continue with whatever your normal skincare is, but for your serum you're supposed to put these products in. This is the Anti-Wrinkle Skin Reset. This was enormously expensive, so I don't expect anybody to want to buy this. You can, I found out later, get it cheaper on Derm Store by putting in that you're subscribing to it. So anyway, this box comes out of the outer box, and then here is the skin set instructions. Basically doesn't really give you very much, but I will read those before I start this. And here are the 4 little serums that you use. Now, I know some people had some left over after their week was over. I'm gonna, since I'm using the Retin-A, they recommend in this booklet that if you have any left over that you move on already, like to week number 2. I'm probably not gonna follow the directions exactly right, because I'm gonna use every freaking drop. I'm gonna use a beauty scraper to get the last bits out. If I have to, I'll use a crowbar to get the cap off, because this was too expensive to waste. I will probably have a little bit of extra left over every week, because there are going to be 2 nights that I use my Retin-A. Week number 1 is for rebuilding. So week number 2 is called Boost. So the first week you see visibly luminous, hydrated skin. Signs of dullness and fatigue will be eliminated as hydration levels improve and the skin barrier is strengthened. So that is the rebuild phase. And I'll go over all this again when I do my video for this particular skin set. After the second week, you'll see lines and wrinkles relax and your skin will feel softer and visibly plumper. After the third week, your complexion will appear more radiant and evenly toned with youthful clarity. If you're prone to redness, skin will look calm and soothed. So that is number 3, which is called Balance. The final week, number 4, this one. Week 4 is Restore. In this final week, deep lines and wrinkles will be visibly diminished and skin will appear smooth, soft, and plump. You'll see healthy looking tone and texture, totally rejuvenating results. So then there is a bonus little set that I got for spending so damn much money on Strivectin. There is something in here that I really wanted to try. First, there is Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Blur Primer. Now, I have heard other people talk about this. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus on this. It's just a foil packet, but it's probably got enough for 2 uses in it. And I have seen other YouTubers who I trust and were not being paid to say it, that this actually looks really great on. So I'll be anxious to try that. Next thing is an anti-aging intensive eye concentrate. Now this is 0.25 ounces, so it's a good size. Intensive eye concentrate for wrinkles, it says. So let's get my face out of, it's like my camera is set up to want to look for a face. But anyway, this is a small tube, but it's got quite a few uses in it because it is 0.25 ounces. So I'll be interested to try that. And then in the bag there is a sunscreen, and I did want to try the sunscreen. This one is a clear formula, clear finish, UVA, UVB, blue light, and pollution. And it has vitamins A, B, C, provitamin D, reef safe also. I almost bought one of these because honestly, sunblock is not that expensive. This is expensive compared to, like, you know, your average drugstore price, but not outlandish. So I kind of expect to spend that kind of money on a sunblock. And finally, the last thing, I was hoping this is Sequential water cream, Electrolyte moisturizer. So this is very small. I don't want to pop the seal on it yet. I do have to update you guys on my little tiny treasures project pan because I have used up quite a few things, and this I just maybe I'll add these things to that project. So this is one of those things, if I like it, I'm gonna want it, but I have to be a little more judicious and think about how much money I want to spend and what brands I want to spend them on. I do really like Strivectin. They make my favorite moisturizer. So yeah, I haven't gotten to try a lot of Strivectin stuff, so I would like to try more, but I don't want to spend the incredible amount of money. I'm going to continue to make YouTube videos. I thought about it, and it is entertainment for people, and for me, I enjoy it. Otherwise I wouldn't be here doing it. And it's a distraction, a welcome distraction of what's going on in the world right now. So anyway, practice safety and social distancing. I did some of my inventory a little while ago, and I created these lists with numbers. So I decided I was going to let the random number generator choose things for me. But the only thing I'm going to do, since I don't have any SPF on yet, is I am going to choose my own primer because it's got sunscreen in it, and that is this Murad Invisibler. I have another one, thank goodness. They're $65 a piece. I just saw it again. This is something you want to buy on sale, but I really do like it, and it really seems to work because I'm out with the dog all the time and I have yet to get a sunburn. That combined with whatever foundations you use generally are going to help. So I'm going to put this on first, and then I'm going to use the random generator to choose my foundation. As you can see, I've used a lot of this. It's up to, product is up to there. So I'll be breaking open that spare relatively soon. I do have a mirror right here. This is kind of awkward because I did want to be right in front of the window. When I take my Strivectin before and after pictures, I will definitely be in front of the window for those. I always put a little bit under my eyes. I don't know if it helps at all, but oh god, my nose is so itchy. My highest allergy season occurs, excuse me, right around now, and then happens again in the fall. So I've been coughing. If I do cough during this video, I'll clip it out, but I'm not sick. I just want to reassure everybody I'm not sick. I don't know how I could get sick. So anyway, now while that's soaking in, you really should let your SPF especially and your primer soak in. So I'm going to let that soak in, and I get this, my phone, and my foundation list, and I'm going to use the random number generator to pick. Oh my god, I'm having trouble talking today. So I'll use my random number generator to pick my foundation. And it's Google's random number generator, and it is number 13 is the number that it came up with for my foundation. So let's see which one is number 13. And that is Covergirl Healthy Elixir. I've never tried this one. This is one my daughter gave me, so I'll get that and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the one that the random number generator picked. I don't know if they still make this, but I think she did say that she had recently purchased it. So it is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and it is in the color 710. Is that what it says? Yeah. I can't use it. It's expired in May of last year. It says expires May 19. So that has to come off of my list, and it's got to be discarded. Oh man, too bad. Alright, so that is the... I'm glad I didn't put on my skin. We're going to have to generate another number. Generate. The next number I got is number 31. And that is Cover FX Color Drops. You know, if I feel that way about using something, should I still have it? No, I'm going to discard. I'm going to not throw it out. I'm going to pass this on to my daughter. Okay, so now we need another number. This is getting crazy now. Okay, and I got a number 14. And number 14 is my Lancome, which I do love. So that is this foundation. Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. It has SPF 15, and it is in the color 220 Buff C. This is not cruelty free, so when this is gone, I will not be able to replace it. Not unless Lancome decides to try to do the Leaping Bunny thing and all that. You know, if Covergirl can do it, you guys can do it. Okay, so let's try this. I did smell everything when I did my declutter, but I just, you know, want to make sure that there's nothing that suddenly is expiring or something. So you can see this color matches me really well. So this, if they do go cruelty free, which I hope they do, this will be the color that I'm always going to be reaching for. Now I think I need a brush for the rest of this. I do put on, oh, that's not very much foundation. I just put a little bit more. And I'll use a brush for the remainder, because I do want to make sure I get this on right. It's a little dark. It's weird because it looks really dark on my forehead, but it doesn't look dark on my face. Alright, so this color is just a tiny hair dark for me, but it still looks good, so go figure. You can see that it's a little dark on the back of my hand, but you know, it's, you know, if I wanted to put on heavy, which I don't like heavy makeup, then I would be probably in in trouble because this would be too dark. And it's weird because it's not, it's actually like my color, so I don't understand why it's so dark on the skin but so light in the bottle. So that might be heading south. Awesome. Okay, next thing is not on a random number generator yet. I'm going to use a concealer that I have here. And I'm going to use a little bit of this Tarte Shape Tape. Not my favorite, but honestly, it's like in my use up. This one I think will look too light. This is the Tarte Creaseless, which is not really creaseless, but and I also have this one, which is Physicians Formula, in my use up. But I think I'm going to use this one because I think this one will look a little bit better with this foundation being as dark as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on. With Shape Tape, you don't need a lot. The very first time I used it, I put too much on, and you find out right away. Now, hopefully we can get these dark circles covered well. Okay, so I'm going to use a brush for this. Okay, so I'm just going to use this to swirl this on. So, next thing I would normally do is put on powder. That is also not on random number generator. I'm going to use this Clinique powder, which is in my use up, and also this Makeup Forever HD powder, which is also in my use up. It's just a baby size, but amazingly enough, these sizes, they take forever. So I just dump some into the top of the Clinique powder. That's going to be mainly for my eyes, but I also like to use a translucent powder down the middle of my face because for some reason it does seem to lighten things a little bit. So let's go in with this, and I'm just going to press this into my eye area. Okay, and now I'm going to take my larger brush, turn this so that some powder comes out, and powder the rest of my face. Okay, so now I am powdered and ready. I'm not going to put on my face spray until after I put on my eyeshadow, and I'm starting to get close on time, so we're going to be very quick. I actually have 66 palettes according to this list. So let me go back and we'll do this again. And it gave me number 23. So let's see what number 23 is. Hopefully something I really, really, really like. Okay. Violet Voss Fun Size Palette. And they're, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. It's really beautiful. It's called the Fun Size Palette. I got this from a Ipsy Glam bag. Now there is a flat yellowish white color I can use as like the light color. So let's put on a little bit of eyeshadow primer. Now that I've read more and watched more videos about eyeshadow primers, I have become an eyeshadow primer junkie because apparently makes a huge difference in your eyeshadow lasting and going on smooth. So yeah, and I'm not going to powder over it. Now you could, but what would the point be? So your powder would last nice and long on your eyelids, but would your shadows? I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to use here is I'm going to use a little bit of this over the eye. What I'm going to do is use colors from this entire row, which is just warm colors. These colors are pink and all that, so I'm going to skip those for now, and I'm going to use just colors on this row. And that's almost a perfect color for me because it's like almost the same color as my skin, so yeah. I'm only going to the corner. I'm not going everywhere with this. Because what I've found, no matter what eyeshadow I'm using, if I go all over the lid with one color and then try to cover it with another, it doesn't always work. Okay, now I'm going to use this gold color, and that's going to go right in the middle. Of course, I can use this mirror, I guess. I was going to say, I don't really have a mirror to use here in this position, this odd position that I find myself in. I'm not a makeup artist, clearly. I just do my best, and I've loved makeup all my life, so there are very few people who are really trained makeup artists on YouTube. I don't think you have to be a trained makeup artist to know what you're doing, though. Okay, now I'm going to use, I think I'm going to borrow from the bottom row and use this color. See if I can pack a little color on. Now I'm going to put on my eyebrows, and then after that I have been using an eyebrow pencil a little bit more. After I'm done doing that, I'm going to use this brow powder, and it is from It Cosmetics. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on and then spray my face. I'll be right back. And I'm going to use my 24/7 eyeliner. This is getting lower and lower, and I meant to look for it last time I shopped on Ulta. I'll have to look for it because I can't live without this stuff. Okay, so I have my eyebrows on, my eyeliner on, and everything except well, I didn't put on my blush yet, so I guess I should do that first. I went a little ham there, so I have to let that dry. Okay, so next thing is mascara. And I think I'm going to use this. I think it's running out, so I'll use the last of my Tartist. And the final thing is lips. Now, I have a lot of lipstick. I'm going to use this one. Well, okay, this is going to have to be decluttered too. Much as I love it, and I love the way it feels, it's very pink on, and I am just not a pink person, so shoot. Let's put on the other color that's a lot less pink. In fact, it's out and out brown. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, this is better. Oops. Where did I drop you? There you are. If I have something good, I don't want to lose it. This I will declutter. Okay, I don't know when I'll see my daughter again, but you know, I'll have a few things for her. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video with using the random number generator. It was a little bit confusing at first, and it did help me to decide on a couple things that have to go. And that is the Color FX drops, which it's actually Cover FX drops, and I'm going to give them to my daughter. and the Covergirl Healthy Elixir has to go in the trash. So I'm going to put these things in my declutter box, and so when I start to declutter more makeup, I will be, like, if it's an area that I've already covered, and I do believe that I covered lips recently, then what I'll do is I'll share with you guys from the declutter box. And actually, I'll take the eyeliner out right now also, the one that doesn't work anymore. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary. This is kind of a mixed up video with me sharing my Strivectin stuff with you and then a get ready with me, but I thought that you guys deserved the get ready with me after the horrendous dark circle-eyed looking horribleness that you saw in my last video. So anyway, I'm going to probably have to put a little bit of cream or oil under my eyes because it's starting to crease already a little bit. You know, there's nothing that doesn't crease. It's just not possible unless you don't move your face and you have no expression. You know, you can be a robot. You know, or you can get Botox, which I've never gotten. I don't have Botox. I just naturally don't have a really wrinkly forehead. I have 11sies that I'm always fighting off, but I just have never been real wrinkly in my forehead. Just everywhere else, like smile lines here, you know, odd places. So hopefully we'll see an improvement in that doing the routine of the reset routine. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think that's going to last me more than the 28 days. Some people say no, they ran out sooner, but I think because of my retin-A taking over 2 nights a week, it's going to last me a little bit longer, and I'm okay with that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. I am very excited to use this set. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and like I said, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And please give it this thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.